Hey guys, Gathering Magic back again. This is the video that I planned uploading earlier today until we just recently got the news of the new proposal and the stats for the Earth Legendary Summoner. So I just made a video covering those, so please check that out in my channel. This is the video that I mentioned a little while ago that I was working on, and it was ways to improve the bronze player experience, and actually I think I'm up to 6 ways right now. Want to go over those and get your guys' feedback on some of these ideas. So this is for people that are in bronze, not for higher level players. So the first thing I think they need to do is they need to change the drops and the drop rates of items in the chests. The number one thing, at least for me, and I think a lot of people would agree, no more potions. I mean, if you're a bronze player, if you're new to the game, you have absolutely no use for potions. You probably have not purchased packs yet. You probably haven't spent any money other than the $10 spellbook cost. So there's really no point of having potions. So let's just get rid of those, take the potions out. So instead, the items that you would find in the new loot chests would be a 60% chance of getting a Soulbound reward card. And I highlighted, they can either do a Soulbound reward card specifically, or I kind of like the idea more of a Splinter coin, which I mentioned in a video a few days ago. And this is basically a token that you can use to spend on the Soulbound card that you want. So say, for example, the Soulbound reward card was from the Death Splinter. You're not interested in the Death Splinter. You think it's kind of a useless card. You would rather have gotten a Life Soulbound card instead. If the token had dropped instead of that specific card, you could simply use that token, go in your back office, and purchase the Life Soulbound card instead. So the other thing that would drop in chests, they used to have this a while ago, and I think they need to go back to it, are credits. Credits are basically cash. They're USD. When you go to buy items in the game, one of the things that you can do is you can go to actually, let me just show you in case you don't know. You can go to your credits balance up here. You can click on plus, and you can spend fiat currency or crypto and buy some credits, which are used as money in the game. So you can use PayPal, Venmo, crypto, and you will receive credits which you can spend in the game. So I think they need to bring those back. Merits. I think merits at 10% chance is still good. It does have use. It kind of encourages people a little bit to get into guilds, so I think merits should stay. And for a regular reward card, if they want to keep printing reward cards that are not soulbound, I would leave those in there, but I would put the percent chance at 5%, simply because any higher percentage chance, they're just going to be farmed, they're going to be dumped on the market, and they're not going to be worth hardly anything. Players will say, well, it'll be impossible for me to level a reward card. That's the whole point. You want to make it difficult so that it retains its value, and if people do put it on the marketplace, it's desired and it's not going to go to a penny. So this way you still have the option of getting reward cards that you can sell, but they're going to be hard for you to get, so you're probably not going to want to sell them, especially not want to sell them cheap. So like for any loot chest, there's a chance that your chest could drop, could actually be a common, rare, epic, or legendary version of that. So say, for example, you are going to get credits. So the first thing they would do is for your chest, when you go to open it, they would do a roll, say, what are you going to get? First roll comes up merits. Then it's like, okay, how many merits? And then if it rolls one of these 4 tiers, this is how many of each item you would receive. So it is possible, if your chest was going to give you credits, you could get anywhere from 10 credits, which is basically a penny, up to, I would say, a legendary one is 50 cents. So legendaries, as you know, are very hard to get. I mean, how often have you guys gotten legendary cards in loot chests? It's extremely rare, but the chance does exist that, hey, you could get 50 cents for free just by playing the game, time and attention, and opening your loot chest. Okay, so just to kind of summarize that a little bit, you would now, under this new system, have a 65% chance of getting a card whether it's soulbound or regular, as opposed to right now it's between 23% for bronze to 43% for champion. So a lot better chance of getting more cards and then just not potions, which people don't need. Okay, another thing they could do to improve the new player bronze experience, and basically if they wanted to implement this for all levels, is to put in different types of loot chests rather than just your standard run-of-the-mill loot chest. And one of the ideas I had, and I've talked about this months ago, was my idea of a locked loot chest. So every day when you collect your daily rewards or when you collect your season rewards chest, there's a very slim chance your loot chest will be locked. Now that adds kind of a lottery aspect to the game that I think is really missing. It's one of those things where it's kind of like if you are a Magic the Gathering player, opening up that pack and getting a mythic card or a gold mythic. In sports cards, it would be like getting, an autograph card or a jersey card. There has to be something, I think, in this game where you feel like it's the wow factor. Let's say you're going to get 10 chests in your daily rewards. You see the icons of your 10 chests, and all of a sudden you see one chest that looks different. It's got chains around it or whatever. It's got an aura, and you're like, oh wow, I just got a locked loot chest, just for that excitement level. These should be extremely rare, not farmable. Maybe there's 10 to 20 available per day total. That's it. So yes, maybe the bots get them, but then again, you still have a chance of getting one as well. The loot chest will contain 5 items, so it's basically like a booster pack, and the loot chest will have a higher chance of rarity cards, credits, and merits. So they're not going to be simply 1 BCX cards, 10 credits or 20 merits. They'll probably be a lot more than that to give them some value. They require a key to open, which you can purchase with another good sync, vouchers, DEC, SPS, maybe even credits. There is a slight chance maybe that these can also drop a booster pack. So once again, there's an asset that you could get in the game that you could turn around and sell, so it could be a sellable item. I mentioned too in a previous video that keys could give different buffs to the chests. Like one example would be if you were going to get a card and you used a specific key, maybe it turns that card gold. Maybe a different key that bumps up the rarity of whatever items are inside. So instead of a common, you're guaranteed to get a rare item or better, just that kind of thing. And also these locked loot chests, I think you should be able to put these on the marketplace as well and sell them. Once again, it should be an asset that, like I said, that you're free to sell, free to put it on the marketplace if you feel like you don't want to open them. So I think this gives players some more assets in the game that they can sell, while at the same time you still have soulbound reward cards that you can't sell. Another idea for loot chests is the you pick loot chests. So these would be loot chests that you can spend your focus points on to get the types of items you want. These loot chests are guaranteed to have the type of item that you want, and they may contain common, rare, epic, or legendary versions of that item. So for example, the different kind of you pick chest could be, let's say you want to spend your focus on a monster chest. Now this is a chest that is guaranteed to contain a card. Now the card within has a percentage chance of being soulbound or a percentage chance of being a regular reward card that you can sell. It can be any rarity. So you might get a soulbound common, you might get a soulbound legendary, and same thing for the reward card. You might get a common all the way up to a legendary. So, but you are guaranteed to only get a monster card out of that chest. You're not going to get anything else. So if you're someone that's just looking for cards to build your deck, you want to go with monster chests. Another type of chest could be the brawl chest, where these are guaranteed to contain only merits. I would say a minimum of at least 50 merits, maybe for the common ones, and then they would go on up from that. If you are in a guild like me, and there's times where you have 1800 or 1900 merits and you're oh so close from getting that next Gladius pack, you might want to turn some of your focus points in, grab some brawl chests so you know you're going to get merits, and hopefully you're going to get enough to get to that next pack. Treasure chests, just like they say, they contain a random amount of credits. So these are ones I don't know, the team might be a little bit iffy on because you're guaranteed to get credits, which are money. Minimum amount would be 10 credits, which is 1 penny. But the thing is, these credits cannot be cashed out, let's say. This is money that you have to use in-game. So you can use them to rent cards, buy cards, save them up to have enough to buy a pack or a potion or keys, whatever you want. But you're guaranteed to get credits, and then that's it. Excuse me. Then the last thing I was thinking of is alchemy chests. If these chests are available in higher tiers, there are some people that just want potions. I mean, when you're in Diamond and Champion and you have, hundreds or thousands of packs, it can be pretty pricey to buy potions to open those packs. So maybe you're going to say, hey, I'm going to spend my focus points. I want some alchemy chests. And depending on the league that you're in and what type of roll you get, you're going to get a random amount of potions. So I would say these would probably scale to whatever league you're in, but these would be a good choice for bronze. Simply because new players, it would give them a chance to, specifically go for monster chests to get cards to help them win. If they're trying to save up some cash for a summoner, maybe go for treasure chests for a while to build up your credits. So I like the idea of the you pick aspect of it. There's still a little bit of randomness to it because you don't know what tier monster card you're going to get, but you know you're going to get one. You don't know how much credits you're going to get, but you know you get credits, that type of thing. The next thing I think they need to do, and this is for all loot chests, not specifically just bronze, is how frustrating is it if you're in Champion and you open your loot chest and you get a common? A 1 BCX common, really? Okay, another thing they need to do is a BCX multiplier for cards and loot chests. So instead of just getting a 1 BCX card, you'll do an additional rarity roll to see if you get extra BCX of that card. So what's going to happen is, after you pick what chest you want, let's say it's a monster chest. The game is first going to roll to see, okay, do you get a common, rare, epic, or legendary card? So it does that roll, and it says, okay, we rolled, you're going to get a rare card. Now, it's going to do another roll to say, are you going to get just 1 BCX of that card, or are you going to get more than one? So, let's say for that example, you are going to get a rare card, and the game rolls, maybe it rolls epic, you had an 8% chance, you just got 5 BCX of that rare instead of just 1. So that automatically is what, a level 2 rare? So it's that type of thing. So I think this is really good, especially for the higher tiers. Yeah, there's still a pretty good percentage chance that you're still going to get a 1 BCX card if it does the common roll, but there is a chance in all of these that you can get more than 1 BCX. So I think that would add a little bit more excitement and basically pleasure to opening your chests and knowing you're not going to get just 1 BCX cards all the time. Soulbound cards can be burned for credits or splinter coins. Let's say you max out your Soulbound card and you start working on another one, or you get another one that you already have a max copy of, you can burn that for credits or for splinter coins. And another idea I had for this is you can use potions to increase the odds of getting legendaries and gold foils. And this is for loot chests. So, if you have 5 chests that you are going to get in silver, and you're going to open those chests, before you open them, you could spend a legendary potion and an alchemy potion on that chest before you open it, and increase your odds of getting either a legendary card or a gold card. So I don't know why potions are only for packs. I think they should also be used for loot chests as well. Okay, next thing I think for bronze, it's pretty basic. I didn't go into a lot of detail. Simply achievements. I think any achievements that they put in the game would be a good way to get new players to play every day. Your first achievement could be simply completing the tutorial. You complete the tutorial and you will get a special item, and I will go over that shortly. It could be a title, could be skins, it could be a Soulbound card, just anything in the game that is kind of special and is kind of like a thank you, thanks for getting this part done. The achievement, once you rent 5 cards off the market, you get a title. You know, once you rent your 10th card off the market, you get another title or a Soulbound card. And maybe some of the achievements aren't even known. You know, it's kind of a mystery. It's like, oh, I rented 5 cards. I know I'm going to get a Soulbound card once I rent 5 cards off the market. I wonder if I would get any more after 10 or 20. And let's say after you hit 20 rentals off the market, you get something that was not known that you would get. You know, it's like, wow, I didn't even know you get anything for renting 20 cards. You know, just little things like that that are kind of, you know, just fun little ways to get players to engage to play every day. So yeah, I think achievements are something that definitely that they can add to the game. The next thing I said is a new player tutorial. I think it's kind of lacking right now. I mean, I know they do have one, but I think it should be more kind of in your face, step by step. I mean, as soon as you make your account, you should have boxes popping up like step 1, do this. You know, step 2, this is how you see your cards in your back office. Step 3, this is how you combine a card. And maybe they give you 5 Soulbound cards, say click here, you click there, it combines them to level 2, boom, you've instantly got a level 2 Soulbound card just for completing that very simple part of the tutorial. Also, they could go through joining a guild. Maybe once you join a guild, you get an achievement. Hey, you joined a guild, and you get a title, so-and-so the initiate, or something like that. The first time you join a tournament, you know, they could walk you through the tournament and how that goes, and then the first time you compete in a tournament, you get achievement for that. So these kind of would tie together. And the last part I want to say is after you finish the complete tutorial, you're given a Soulbound Summoner card for your deck. And you might say, what? Soulbound Summoner? What's that? I'm glad you asked that. Let's go through Soulbound Summoners. So how about, in addition to new Soulbound reward cards, how about if they had Soulbound Summoners? So what the Soulbound Summoners would be is basically like a summoner card. They don't give any bonuses, but you can use them and you can level them up to use with your higher level cards. For example, in my $10 account, I've played it for a few months. I've gotten more than enough reward cards for max bronze, level 3 commons, level 2 rares, and epics. My problem is I don't have a level 2 summoner that I own that can use those cards at that level. And to rent a level 2 summoner, especially for a new player, can be kind of expensive. So it would really be beneficial for new players to be able to get some kind of summoner that they don't have to rent, but at least they can play with it and play with their cards at the level that they have them at. So they're not going to be OP, they're not going to be powerful, they're going to be on the weaker side. You know, I'm saying they probably should be mana cost of 5 with no abilities, but they would be able, they would allow you to at least play your cards beyond just level 1. Because we don't want new players to be frustrated, only have level 1 cards that they can play even though their cards might be higher level, simply because they don't have a higher level summoner. So I really would like a way for them to get summoners. They're soulbound, they can't sell them, but they're going to help them play more competitively in bronze if they can play with those higher level monster cards. So those are some of the ideas that I had. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any more suggestions or things that you think I could add for this list, please let me know. I definitely will go over that and answer whatever questions you have. Like I said, this is by no means a complete list. These are just things that I thought of. Some of them have been mentioned before, like an achievement system or, you know, a better tutorial. Some of them are probably new, like Soulbound Summoners that we don't have. The multiplier for cards and loot chests. And this, like I said, this goes for all levels, not just bronze, just so you have a chance of getting more than one BCX. So I think this will improve the new player experience and maybe the experience of players that are in silver, gold, and above, you know, just to give some more variety and some excitement to the game, especially the lock loot chests. Like I said, these can be any tier from bronze all the way up to champ. And when you get one, you know you've got something special. So just wanted to give you guys a chance to check all of this out. Let me know your thoughts. And once again, thank you to the 400 plus subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I try to upload content as often as I can. Any questions you guys have, leave them in the comments and I will answer those as soon as I can. So thank you for watching this video. I know it went kind of on the long side, but had a lot to cover and a lot of ideas. So hopefully you found this useful, and stay tuned for more content in the future. So thanks again, guys. Hope you're having a great one. And until then, happy grinding. We'll see you soon.